Hi, you're listening to Listen to Local with Adam Velo, and today's guest I have Joelle, who is a unique artist who takes, cinematic sounding soundtracks and puts it over personal shared experience. So welcome to the show, Joelle. Pleasure to have you on the show today.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me. Really glad to be here.
Yeah, so obviously we're talking about your newest release, which is your second EP, called Written to Never Be Read, which is following up on Fourth Avenue last year. If Fourth Avenue fell into that nostalgic state, where does this new EP compare?
I'd say it's still it's got remnants of that, like the
Mm,
nostalgic sort of state that you mentioned for Fourth Avenue. Because they were both kind of written pretty much back to back when I
mm,
wrote both of them. Um, so there's definitely remnants of that. But I'd say, yeah, it's kind of a sort of what comes after it, like after having like
mm,
that nostalgic realization, and then I mean, it's a lot of like more thinking about how like you actually feel about certain situations
mm.
and what's actually going on instead of just kind of not saying anything and just carrying on like nothing's happening. So yeah, I'd say it's more a more kind of internal sort of aspect, I'd say.
Yeah, and I saw one of the reviews of it was saying that it's more like a choose your own adventure kind of
Yeah,
book
I
as
saw that.
well.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I really love seeing that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that referenced, of course, which you can sort of feel while listening to the EP through as well.
Mhm.
The with your writing style and your production, they come from personal space and sit with somewhere more in the 5 minute or more song. How important do you find it to let songs flow when the general norm of these days is to make them shorter and easier to consume?
Yeah, that's a good question actually. Yeah, I kind of always try to being a drummer and
Mm,
being playing in like a lot of different style of bands, and for different artists and that. Um, yeah, I've gone very big on playing and performing to what suits the song the best.
yeah.
There's no point in showing off and doing all this crazy work if the song doesn't need it. If it's a
Mm,
short acoustic ballad, you don't need to have all these crazy production, stuff going on in the background. Like just keep it as simple and as straightforward as you can.
mm,
Sometimes is really good. So yeah, so with like I found that with the new EP, a lot of the songs are a lot longer.
mm.
Like they're all like like you said, like 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, because they were just a bit more experimental, just letting the song really breathe and just seeing where it can go. Um, and yeah, it does just depend as well, like what type of song or what sort of message I'm trying to say or writing about. So yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, really cuts through with being able to sit in that moment as well, in the more
yeah.
intense kind of emotional aspects, and
Mhm.
yeah, the fact that you're a drummer and drummers obviously are well known to like have what effect on like timing and yeah, I mean like pacing of songs. Do you find that as like an advantage when writing for yourself, of course?
Um, yeah, I'd say so. I'd say like so I look a lot more at like kind of structures and
Mm,
how the song should like you said before, like how it should flow and like what where should go where. Yeah, it's actually fun. Like a lot of the demos, especially for this EP, I did have a lot of drums on them, and I was like, oh, I'll do
mm,
like some really cool, just no drum tracks, and like it would just be all like acoustic and stuff. And Tim Wild, who's in Taxi Ride, who helped me write the EP, was like, as a drum, you're probably the first drummer I've met that doesn't want to put drums on any of the songs.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you raise a good point. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny, obviously, with yeah, I remember G Flip released a drumless version of their songs on their album
mm,
as well. So it's always funny when you see drummers just, even though it's a primary instrument, they
yeah,
they're like, yeah, let's write it back in a bit.
yeah.
But yeah, your lead single is from the EP is A Snake's Paradise. How
Mhm.
long did it take to take the vision for the music video and put it into the practice as, an independent artist?
Um, that music video took like a little, not like super long. There's been video like visuals that I've done that have taken a bit while to like cook and
Mm,
get right. Um, that one wasn't too bad. Like I had a when I originally wrote that song, I was gonna do a very different video, but I just
mm,
couldn't with like budget and schedule and all that with what I had coming up and when it was gonna release. So yeah, because I wasn't even in Melbourne when it released. I'm pretty sure I was in
mm,
Bali or Sydney, something like that. But yeah, the visuals for that, the kind of inspiration was I wanted it to be one of those videos where um each shot or whatever is going on like in the specific shot matches the lyrics of what's being
mm,
said on screen. So like one of them's me lying down with like blood and there's like the red and blue like cop flashing lights
mm.
like that comes up when it's the lyric is like his life's homicidal or something like that. So yeah, it's maybe one of those like cool just matches the song sort of energy. And yeah, it didn't take super long. I think it was 2 days of shooting, just like going to different locations and that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was one of the smoother ones, I'd say.
Mm. And in general, you are pretty big into forms of media and through, movies, television, and all that. And
Mm.
what role does that play in inspiring the work you put out?
Um, Literally like everything, like heaps.
Mm,
Like I'm a big movie series. Like I love concept albums and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of like what is like my main kind of crux, I'd say. But yeah, it does influence a lot. Like there'll be a scene in a movie that I'll really like, or just like the way it's shot, or what's going on in it, and then I'll use that as inspiration for a scene in like a music video, or like maybe like a cinematic part of a song. I'll kind of shape around a scene or show that I've really been enjoying.
yeah, is a specific director you tend to gravitate towards with movies and television shots or scenes, or
Hard. I'm not a big like. I always suck when it comes to directors. I always forget the names of like who made
yeah,
what.
fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a fair few. I'm trying to think what I was like really what I was watching a lot of when I was writing this. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. There's a Netflix series called Dark, which is
Yep.
it's a German show. I think it's a phenomenal story. I was watching a lot of that when writing the new EP. So, um, yeah, which is like it's a very like dark show, and it's got a lot of
Mm.
like really deep themes and about like the way it's shot in the forest and all that as well. So yeah, a lot of that was inspiration behind it as well, I'd say.
Yeah, and obviously, even with the songs that you have out, each one has come with, its own like movie poster, show
Mhm.
poster as well. What what do you hope that that world building is comes across as, and through giving each individual song its own identity?
I kind of I got inspired by the 1975's first self-titled album. I don't know if they've posted it, but like when you have the vinyl of it, if you open the actual vinyl, each song has their own artwork. And
Mm,
this was back in when I was still in high school, like COVID, learning how to produce work and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was really cool. I thought how giving each song its own specific visual, kind of really helps bring it to life more and kind of
yeah,
give another almost meaning and sort of showcase to the song instead of just hearing it with the album cover artwork,
mm,
which is still fine. But
yeah,
yeah, I just really like that idea of giving, each song its flowers and giving its own specific sort of little showcase and meaning a bit more.
mm.
I feel helped as well, yeah.
Yeah, and then you got the, you know, paper paper cuttings of like the lyrics and all that as well that
Yeah,
goes in
yeah.
with the it's
Mm,
it's such a clever idea, and I'm just
thank
I
you.
always
Yeah.
connect to when people make their own worlds of all their music, so it lasts beyond just what you're physically hearing
Thank
as
you. I
well.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, and obviously, you say that you're working on this EP at a similar time to Fourth Avenue, which was during the latter years of uni. So, how did you find, balancing being a musician and putting this work out and getting through uni work as well?
Um, it was tough. Like I think anyone that's been to uni or goes to uni knows it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, it was kind of funny. So when I started at Collarts, which is where I went, they I had Fourth Avenue pretty much like instrumentally, it was pretty much done. I just hadn't recorded like the final vocal takes and stuff. So when I started at uni, a lot of the projects were, um, they really push you to write the songs or like do new songs, not like bring stuff you've already had finished. So I kind of used that as an advantage to write all the new songs for the new EP. So I had Fourth Avenue pretty much sitting there. And I was like, I'll come back to it, and I wrote these all batch of songs. Yeah, finished those, and then once I finished uni, I then decided to do. I had both of them done, and I was talking to my partner about. It. I was like, I don't know which one to do first. So yeah, I took a bit of a gamble. I was like, we'll do the more storytelling EP first, and then we'll do the sort of more bigger, larger songs in the next one. But yeah, managing it wasn't too difficult because it was part of, a lot of the writing was part of the uni work for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it did make it a bit more easier. If it was something different, then yeah, I probably would have been struggling. But yeah, I got lucky to be honest. So
Yeah, no, I mean that's obviously important aspect of uni is finding the right space for yourself and being able to um, be able to connect your passion in some way, of course.
so yeah,
Yeah, and I've noticed with the of on this EP, you've got a small detail in quite a few of your tracks, is that they
Mhm.
open with this like tape spin to initiate it, you know.
Yeah.
So, how much have you worked with, tapes in the past to influence this?
Um, not a whole lot in the past. Like I've been fortunate enough to you know be in a few studios where I've been able to like use it or record on
Mm.
tape. But again, nowadays tape is like it's like so expensive, and it's like a
Of
lot.
course,
If
yeah,
you've got the gear for it, yeah, it's like if you've got it, definitely use it. Because it's does do a lot of difference. Yeah, and yeah, my original band for Blossom, a lot of our songs mastered on tape, so
yeah,
yeah, it's just kind of it's a more of a kind of aesthetic thing, and
yeah,
just the personal thing. Like it's not super detrimental or super, it has to be on tape and all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, if you got the opportunity, definitely look into it. But yeah, I got to use a little bit of it, and the tape stuff that are in the EP was from like the original version was the all each song was like you said like little cassette players and stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, I kind of kept them in to sort of link them all together.
Yeah.
And yeah, just went through that. I thought it like really kind of helped tie the songs together more, made it feel like it's a kind of just ongoing sort of process.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a perfect like engine for the entire EP and bound to connect into a whole project, of course. If this EP featured in movie or show, what would you hope it to be picked up by?
Damn, that is like such a hard question. Um, maybe maybe Baby Driver, I'd say, because there's such like a variety of songs and genres in that already. And then this EP's got, six different sort of sounding tracks that are all different in their own way. So you could weave them in to that kind of to suit each sort of scenes or some moments.
Yeah, and also obviously the drive of Baby Driver as well is the almost cassette type thing as well. So it
Yeah,
kind of
exactly right.
ties in
Actually, yeah,
that way as well. Yeah.
mm.
But yeah, your music, you obviously lean into the area you're from as well, which is the inner north of Naarm. Do you think
Mm.
there's a particular sound that comes from the area you grew up from?
Or I'm not too sure. I know a few like I bump into a few musos there, like when I'm at a show with my band or if I'm out and about like in Fitzroy sort of area. Um I'd say so. I say it's a very like there's a lot more kind of a like a rocky sort of indie psych sort of sound I feel comes out of here more than anything else, to be honest. there is a pretty big. I've noticed there's a lot of like sort of DJ and more electronica sort of starting to come out now and starting to
Mm,
get up there as well. But yeah, it's a tough one. I feel like 'cause there's so many different musos and they're just like all pocketed in different spots like you just wouldn't think. And then yeah, but this it all sounds great. So
yeah.
um yeah, I'd say probably yeah, a mix of like you got like the indie rock psych stuff and then you've got some I've noticed some a bit of a rise in the DJ electronic
Yeah.
scene as well.
Yeah. And obviously, uh, you kind of, and then you're in there with kind of slipping in between each kind of genre, playing around as well, which is
Yeah,
it's
100%. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it's one of the curses of being a I listen to everything and I love all types of music. It
yeah.
makes it kind of hard to find what genre you want to do. So yeah.
Yeah, just genres listed as yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, just all of them.
But obviously, from listening to all that, you'd have some favorite emerging artists from around Australia. Which who would they be that your biggest influences and who you're enjoying listening to at the moment?
I really like there's a R&B artist called Boy Soda who I
Yeah,
think is phenomenal. He's really cool. I've been dying to catch one of his shows for a while now.
yeah,
But yeah, I think he's really good producer. He's got like really good visions for the songs and the way he lays them out and all that. I think it's amazing. There's a friend of mine, I went to high school with him. His
mm,
project's called Pretty Good Sofa.
yeah,
Um, yeah, he's Lucas is his full name. He does like this really cool like psyche rock stuff. And it's great. I really been enjoying that album. And yeah, I pick up a few stuff from him as well, which is pretty cool.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and I'd say there's probably another one that I've been listening to. A friend of mine I went to uni with, her name's Talia, or Young Saiho is her stage
yeah,
name, and she does like kind of more alternative hip hop trap stuff, and her production and work is like crazy good. I don't know how she does it. She just will do these like really cool transitions and some great synth sounds and deep 808s and all that. I think it's really cool.
yeah,
But yeah, I'd say probably those mix of those three at the
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, that sounds all good, and I mean, yeah, Boy Soda's going strength to strength in yeah ARIA Award performances and
Yeah,
uh, picking up yeah obviously all these different awards and festival slots as well,
yeah,
and yeah, I mean, obviously an unbelievable performer, um, but yeah, so going on from these two EPs now that you've done, you completed around a similar time. Now with the experience of also having released both of them as well, what do you hope to draw from into your next release when that comes out?
Not not entirely sure just yet. Like I've got ideas. I'm definitely working on some stuff. Yeah, there might be maybe another release by the end of the year, hopefully. So that's kind
Yeah.
of a goal I'm shooting for. Um, yeah, not too sure. I definitely want to start performing. Like I'm gonna
Mm.
bring this sort of second EP was the one where I was like, I'm gonna bring this stuff live.
Yeah.
I've got the band ready to go, so we're rehearsing, we're getting ready, which is sounding great. Um, yeah, I definitely want to bring more of a live aspect to, I'd say, the next project as well. Yeah, and there'll be probably some different sounds and different
Mm.
sort of avenues I want to try out and do some more experimental stuff, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, having more different people play on the projects because a lot of the time it's been mainly me and like I get a few friends to come in and play, which is great and like they always help it so much to become what it is and give the song its life. So I'm excited to get some new people in to join with it as well.
Yeah, on this EP, the backing vocals that you were able to get as well to complement your vocals were always just so stunning. So it's just
Mm.
incredible collaboration between all of the people that you've had in your team so far.
Mm.
Yeah, how did it feel adapting from when you were as part of a band project and then now being as a single artist as a separate project?
It was it is a big jump and it is like
Mm,
it is very different. Like I love being in the band and like
mm,
having that kind of brotherhood and that moral support. It's really good because we all like kind of bounce off each other. Um, we got like a bunch of different ideas, so it's good to work with other people and all that. Doing the solo stuff, it's something I've wanted to do for a while, and it's not to say that I'm gonna leave the bands and then go do that. Like, no, I'll still be doing the bands. I'll still be doing the solo stuff as well. Um, yeah, and it was just something that I knew I had to do for myself more because I can. I'm a type of person that I can talk myself out of doing things very easily. So I had to get to that point where I was like, nah, like the songs are good, we're
Mm.
doing it, we're going for it. Otherwise, like I know I'll just keep like pushing it back and like everything would just sit on my hard drive for forever. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna push myself and just take that leap and then just go for it and just yeah, just keep pushing forward in a way.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that you've been able to express that as well. And yeah, for people listening along at home to check out your project, obviously this new EP, the your previous EP as well. Where would people find you, your work, and all that?
You can find my music and my socials, but I'm pretty much on covered on everything. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, X, all of them. It'll be made by Joel or made by Joel is the because I can't spell with the accent for the usernames. But yeah, and then for music services, it'll be Joel. Yeah, you've got Fourth Avenue, my first EP, and then Written to Be Read, which is my latest release as well.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, highly encourage everyone to check that out. But to finish up on, in regards to Written to Never Be Read, what is your favorite lyric from this release?
There's a few. Because a lot of the time when I write lyrics, I will, unless I have a very specific sort of idea and like know exactly what I'm talking about, a lot of times some of the lyrics will take me a little while, and I'll hear like or see phrases or words like just around, like as you said before, like in shows or
Mm,
if I'm out and I'm talking to someone or if I read it somewhere, I'll see a phrase and I like that, and I'll keep it and just sort of um make a song out of it. Like it's almost
mm,
like a bunch of newspaper clippings, like or just all in
yeah.
one sort of folder. Um, but for favorite lyric, I'll probably have to say the breakdown in Sound Aid,
Mm,
where the cha chord changes come through and there's like guitar solo with
mm,
the vocal sort of wails as well. Um, yeah, that line. The of course it all falls apart. Your new life costs the one that you lost. I feel like that pretty much encapsulates perfectly what the EP is about and like what it's just like coming to that acceptance terms with yourself and just like trying to look forward to newer new adventures and all that. So yeah, I'd say
mm,
that one probably hits home the closest. Yeah.
It's very special overall. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure to have you on the podcast, and look forward to seeing what's coming along. And yeah,
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I've had a great time. It's been really good.
thank you.